A stalking tiger. Let's go. I'm on a landscape page. Use a pencil and an eraser for these. Sketch them out lightly. Try a fun. Hit pause if I go too fast. So I'm going to start with his eyes, right? So we're going to go for like the full body in this one. So that means the head is like quite a bit smaller than what we're used to. Center point to my page here. Come over to the right. I'm going to start with his eye. So this black dark eye with golden eyes inside. What we'll do is we'll curve a line around like so. Okay, we've got like a little point at the end, and this will come around up, and we've kind of got a dark spike here, two of them, so like a spike there and another one here just on the inside of the nose. So that golden eye is just here, so you just do a sort of a curved line around like so, and then the pupil can be just at the top of this, just here. And then you want to color in around black. Okay, and what some people like to do with a line drawing sometimes, well, what I like to do is add a shadow. So you're just going to add some hatching, like some dark sort of shadow just there. And that's just a light little shadow or underneath the top eyelid line. Right, so we come over and we do the other eye. Now you're about 2 eyes across, right, roughly. So here goes once, twice, and you'll start this eye here. So it curves up like that. It's about 2 eyes. You can measure it if you want. Sort of like just to the inside here. 1, 2, roughly, okay? And then we add another sort of spike off the end. And then this curves around. We've got a long one and then a short one just here. And then the iris and the pupil again, just a curved line coming down from the top eyelid. And then the pupil just sort of touching the top eyelid here. Just a black circle. Then we color around it dark. And then add a little bit of hatching just to the top up here, like just to get a little bit of shadow. So you're just doing these little dashes, just these straight lines, right? Dots even. And stippling is a form of shading as well. Right, so the snout, right? So, and the nose. So proportion wise, just trying to get these eyes about the same size. Proportion wise, the distance between the eyes here to here is about the same as the distance from the eye to the nose, right? So like here and here, roughly. Okay, so maybe it's like the edge of the eye here, maybe down a bit here. So this, like the width of his eye, the 2 eyes, if you pivot, that'll bring you sort of roughly down to where the nose is. Right, so you just want to mark that with this curved line, top of the nose, right, like there. It's probably a little bit more. Say here, it's like the length of the white of my marker there. So if I went down this way, yeah, it's nearly exact actually. So the width of his eyes, this, if you go down, it'll bring you to the level for the nose. And then we'll draw the rest of that pink part of his nose here. So it just comes down. We have a bump in the middle, back up around there. And then he has these sort of dark sort of sections just coming off the corners. And then some light lines that go back up towards the top of his head here. And then sort of some texture up the middle. Like that, right? So in the snout coming out the side, right? So coming out here. And it's a typical cat sort of big curvy sort of snout. You could do it hairy if you wanted. Okay, that sort of shape. And then his hairy chin. Coming down underneath. Okay. Right, so yeah, this just kind of joins up here. So we've got some extra details sort of around the eye, right? So you might have like an eyelid line here and something else coming around the eye this way. Right, these sorts of details. And like this kind of whisker area. There's an area where whiskers grow out of. Sort of there. It has a black spot on it as well. Right, but most felines and wolves and things have that. Okay, so the structure for the face, right? So he's furry, sort of hairy, spiky lines, just. Right, so the outside real hairy. Right, this starts to curve in here about eye level, so it goes around and then curves in and it goes around the top of his head. But we'll just get the other side, just sort of match them up. So about here. Right, so just keep going around. Okay. This goes up around his head. Okay, and this kind of goes just this way. And there's like some, because we can see his back, right? So you don't go close this off. You just kind of add some fur lines kind of there. Okay, and then we got like a center line that runs up that way. So the ears, right? So coming out from like the side of the head. So like here, bumping out here, goes around. And then it like attaches into his head. Sort of there, right? Because we can see the back of his head. We do sort of the same thing on this side. So the ears are kind of diagonally from the eye. So it kind of joins his head there. And then we can see some like inside lines, like some edge lines, and then some like hair just drawn in the inside. Okay. Right, so whiskers and then stripes on the face, and then we'll get like the back done and all this, right? So there's more like hairlines and stuff up here. Right, but we'll do it in all these black sort of stripes, right? No easy way of doing this, right? You just gotta draw them all in. So say we start from the corner of his eye here, one like this. And then they kind of come underneath his cheeks. Right, so I'll just go ahead and do it and move my hand every now and then, and you can follow along. We'll do one side and then try and copy it on the other side. He's not exactly the same on both sides, but there's big ones. Down around the face. Right, so you just keep adding as much as you can, basically. Get kind of hairy down here. Right, and just keep going. So they kind of curve into the middle of his head, right? And like I said, there's like this black one here. Right, and some over his eye. It's a time-consuming process, but it is worth it in the end because it does look cool. Right, and then he's got some stripes in here as well, and these are like whisker sort of stripe things, right? And they're kind of like dots, but some of them are just melded together. Like that, and maybe some spots down here as well. Okay, so that's the head, and I will do the whiskers, but we'll just draw the rest first. That's how to draw a tiger's head. I actually forgot there's a dark patch here as well. Right, so the back and the anatomy and all this kind of thing, right? So we've got his big back, right? Comes up this way. And you're going up towards the spine, basically. Right? It kind of bumps over here. Might go off my page a little bit, but it'll come down. Right? There's lots of overlapping lines, like for his stomach and his rib cage and stuff, and you'll have like, you know, hair lines and texture lines. So like the spine will run up the back all the way that way, and then his stomach and rib cage, right? So like rib cage comes down here. There's lots of black stripes and stuff here as well. Okay, and overlapping sort of tiger lines and things, and his hip kind of sticks out here and comes down this way. So you're facing forward, right? Right. So we can see just the paws, back paw here, front paws. One of them is lifted up, right? So we'll go down this way. The back paw. Right, the front paw. Down there. We do the rest of the back. Right, like that. Before I do the toes, I'll just get like the rest of. Right, so that's like a paw. And then his front paw is in the air, so it's like curving up. And then like comes out from underneath the mouth here. Alright, like so. So you can see sort of the body shape now. Okay. And there's stripes on him as well, but we get these toes done, right? So this kind of goes down this way, and they're kind of sharp, right? They got these. It's not claws really; it's fur. So it goes back that way. And then the next one. Around like that. See, it's this furry sort of thing where the nails come out, they like retract out. Right, and then just this edge one. Right, like that. And you could have like a dark line just for where the nails are, because you can kind of see them through the fur. That kind of thing. Okay, and then like as much of this, he doesn't really have much black stripes on his. I'll put one here maybe. Not much on his legs. Right, kind of like that. Okay, and then paws here as well. So again, 1, kind of pointy, 2, 3, and 4th there. Right, so these go up. Knuckles, you can just see the top. Like that, and then each one like so, and then a nail sort of here. Right, and I think there's like another claw here or something, like a side thing. And then some texture lines and stuff. Like that. And then there's like another line here, maybe for his other paw that we can't quite see. Oh yeah, there's another paw back here. Right, the other hind leg. Right, so then some more some knuckles. We actually can see stripes on this part, so his leg kind of goes that way. Right, and there is stripes that come across, black stripes here. Right, so let's keep it going. Right, and then there's some stripes on sort of his back up here, right? So just coming across the spine, and it's real furry. And then some stripes coming up his back here as well. And some like fur lines and stuff in between. Right, and then you can add more of that if you want, as much as you want really. But the last thing I always like to do on drawings like this is kind of just go around my edge, darken it up, smoothing it up. I'm going to give him a tail as well, kind of just flicking out here. Right, and then you'll have some stripes on this. And oh yeah, whiskers. I nearly forgot the whiskers again. Some on the head here as well. Right, but there you go. That is how to draw a stalking tiger. Hope it was helpful, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.